see why I did this, because I have a streak that I need to uphold. Since September of 2024, I am uploading a video every week, and I did not want to have that gone to waste for no reason at all. Wait, no, I am not dead. I am still alive. I just took a little break for my exam, so no need for this dramatic thing. There is no need. I'm still alive. But since my exams have started, so since my last video, a lot has happened, and I'm so happy to therefore say welcome to. All right, so maybe we'll start with the less important news that has completely lost its relevance because of my absence. We have a new pope. His name is Pope Leo XIV. He is an American pope.
Habemus papam.
And the quote war against brain rot, as I'm dubbing it, is still raging on, as the brain rot community has made songs with their characters.
Chimpanzini Bananini dances by a tree, shakes his hips, sips iced tea. Patapim naps in the shade, snoozes away, lemonade parade.
And where I live, in Belgium, we have some Moroccan racist brain rot, and I'm all for it.
Oh nee, het is de Marokkaan. Snel zet hem uit voordat hij overloopt. Oh nee, daar gaat hij al. Oh nee.
So that's a quick recap of the completely irrelevant news by now. So let's take a look at what we can cover from the relevant news. Okay, yeah, yes. Oh. So it seems gonna be a very political hellworld Belgium, but let's start with the least heavy, shall we? On the 10th of June, former YouTuber legend, huge understatement by the way, has announced a very unique career change. He has decided to look to politics for his next series. Matpat has announced a causes. Now, you will probably have two questions. What is a causes and what is in that causes? Now, as I've come to understand, because I didn't know a causes either, a causes is not at all partaking in mainstream politics. Quite the opposite, actually. A causes is a group of politicians and experts, in this instance a YouTuber, a legendary YouTuber, who are going to try and fix a problem or multiple problems or subjects which are not being covered by traditional American political institutions. And a second question might be even more important. What is the causes about? Now, in the previous causes, we have seen causes for American protection, causes against terrorism, but this cause is actually a wholesome causes instead of a cause we want to kill everybody. The causes is trying to make being a YouTuber or being a content creator in general, as you might have guessed, a real job, which means it will get protection from the government. Not only for other YouTubers stealing your ideas and your content, but even more importantly, so that nobody can just feed your content and your content style into AI models. Now, before you will all go on the internet and just make a YouTube channel and start farming content because you will get protected, there is probably going to be a downside on this. Seeing as content creating might be a real job soon, you will also probably have to pay taxes, as no standard politician who will still need to approve these causes is just gonna give away protection for free. Now, this is America. In Europe, where I live, for example, this is not reality just yet. So, if you live in Europe and not in America, this is probably one of your last chances to live this creator tax-free dream. Even though I am not living this dream. Yet. The wholesome side of politics aside, now we let matpat behind and focus ourselves on a higher office of the United States of America. The president himself, Donald Trump. Now, loyal viewers will know my stance on business giant turned 45th and 47th president of what is arguably the mightiest country in the world. He organized a military parade for the 250th anniversary of the Continental Army. As I do not know what I could exactly say, we're going to look at the following TikTok. Now, a little background. This lovely creator was, before the second term of Donald, a happy person with the most wholesome TikToks and the most fun sketches. Now, since Trump won the election, democratically by the way, she has gone on a terrible rampage against the president, completely demolishing any respect I had for her and for the good, wholesome spirit she portrayed it on her TikTok. This TikTok shows her opinion on this parade. Now, you may wonder, why are you back already? Well, I can't find the TikTok no more, and I tell you, I have literally scrolled for hours to find it. I think she took it down. Maybe she realized that she was wrong, or maybe, and probably more likely, it was deleted. Maybe for misinformation, or maybe for harmful content. Yes, harmful content. In the video that I'm talking about, she called for Trump to ride in front of his birthday parade in a wide open car because nothing had ever gone wrong like this. Wake the fuck up. This is what happens when non-political creators go on their platform and start screaming big words like a monkey who has just learned to speak. This is what I had to say about it. You can never, whether you're for or against someone, wish death on that person or a historical disaster to repeat, especially when we're talking about your president. It wasn't his birthday parade, it was the army's birthday parade, hosted every year, by the way. Her logic is that, seeing as Donald's birthday is on the same day as the parade, it must be a parade for his birthday instead of the army. So, my question to Spencer, so I can really understand your logic, is, if an unknowing child plans her birthday on 9/11, is he or she a criminal or terrorist? Following your logic, she must be, or he must be, because it's on the same day, right? Do you see how stupid this is? You are stupid. And I beg you to have some political background, or at least analyze both parts of the system, and maybe try not to spread conspiracies before you upload your daily scream. Now, for our final topic, we move away from the United States to the Middle East. Because you might know there is an ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine. And the dictatorial regime of Iran has decided to rain down missiles on Tel Aviv on the 15th of June, which of course a counterstrike from Israel. Now rockets are flying over Iraq on a daily basis. Now this changes the complete geopolitical situation of the Middle East, and more importantly, it changes which side you should support in the original Israel-Palestine conflict. At the time of my last video, if you would have asked me who to support, I would probably say Palestinians. Know how I said Palestinians and not Palestine, as Palestine is an equally extremist regime just like that from Iran. But after raining down on missiles, Palestinians welcomed these missiles, and that's not okay, because raining down missiles on economic centers, not military targets, is a war crime. Iran is the devil of the Middle East, of the world at large. And if you go in sea with the devil, you become a demon. And that's what the Palestinians have done right now. Iran is an extremist state, not run by the elite, not run by the people, but run by the religious head of Islam. If you don't believe me, then have a little sneak peek at Iran's Twitter account, or the news for that matter. It is in Iran where women are getting arrested and murdered or tortured because they wear their hijab 1 millimeter too high, or when they show a single string of hair. And God, that is awful. But sadly, this conflict is still hugely in development, and so I cannot say a lot about it. But I will, of course, keep you updated in following hellworld Belgium episodes. Now, let's take a look on what our monkey commenter TikToker has to say about this all. She says that this is very bad, which is logical, and she fires every bad word she knows at Iran, which is a funny way of playing both sides, as in her No Kings protest, she supported the currently dictatorial candidate of the Democrats to overthrow Donald Trump because he is a dictator, and yet is surprised and angry when other dictators in other countries do things dictators do. Now, a final thing is that the President of the United States, in light of a terrorist attack in Cyprus led by Iran, has flown planes to Europe, closer to Iran, and to Guam, with orders to attack if necessary, which, after this terrorist attack, he gave. They attacked nuclear enrichment sites in Iran. The goal was to disarm these facilities because Iran was or is developing nuclear weapons without UN permission, which no state should do. Whether or not this is true is not certain. It is actually an Iraq situation all over again, where the US preemptively attacks because there is a chance. Now, the difference between Iran and Iraq is that Iraq was led by a democratically elected president. Iran is elected by an extremist terroristic regime. So, whether their justification is or is not actually real, I don't care. First of all, because it's an extremist regime that should be taken down either way. And second of all, because it's not me who is gonna need to deal with the consequences from such an attack.
Launching 6 ballistic missiles as a result, all of which were intercepted. Experts call this attack mostly symbolic.
Now, that's all for today's episode of Hellworld Belgium. I hope to see you in my next video. Please like and subscribe, and I will say J20 out.